Hello, and welcome to the Eagles Wing Academy's first podcast. I am Jason Deuce Brandt, your host. And in this podcast, what we're going to do is try to explain the history, why we wanted to create this nonprofit, what the goals are, and what we are putting together, and how we can help you achieve success and your goals. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So the Eagles Wing Academy is a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing holistic training and mentorship for adults aged 18 and older. Our mission is to cultivate maturity and a healthy lifestyle of success through comprehensive development in 5 key areas: spiritual, physical, emotional, mental, and financial. At the heart of our mission is the belief that true growth encompasses more than just one aspect of life. In this program, we are looking for proven programs that have already worked, and basically through the vetting process, we have discovered there are several materials that are currently available that can help you accomplish many of these different goals in these different areas to make your life overall better. To do that, what we have to do is we have to discover what we are looking for. We have to assess where we currently are and where we want to be, and then figure out a plan to cover that gap and to get from point A to point B. Currently, we are offering the Financial Peace University with Dave Ramsey's company. Financial Peace University is a great material to learn about how money works, how to do all the things that you can do with money. You can earn money, you can save money, you can invest money, you can spend money, and I guess you could lose money. Part of the Dave Ramsey material is what's called 7 baby steps. And essentially, with these baby steps, you will learn how to save $1,000 for your starter emergency fund, which is step 1. Step 2, pay off all debt except the house using the debt snowball. Step 3, save 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. Step 4, invest 15% of your household income in retirement. Step 5, save for your child's college fund. Step 6, pay off your home early. Step 7, build wealth and give. And one of the things Dave Ramsey always talks about is you can live like no one else so that later you can live and give like no one else. We will also offer career and work ethic curriculum to show you what is available in the skilled trades and how you can go from absolute beginner with no experience to a skilled trade and be on your way to be making 6 figures in a relatively short period of time. There is a lot of opportunity out there. There's a lot of companies that are hiring skilled labor, and there's going to be a incredible lack and challenge in the future as those that are in the baby boomer generation are exiting the workforce in the next 10 years or so. They will be leaving these companies. They will no longer be in these skilled trades, and unless we replenish those, society is going to have a major challenge. So the work ethic training and scholarship material is very, very important, not only to bring new people into the trades, but to give you a skill that you can take anywhere and make a good living, provide for a family, save, give, build up your emergency fund, save for retirement, have all of the stuff, the things, as well as to enjoy the many benefits this life has to offer. We're also putting together a purpose-driven life material where we go through the material, The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. And as a community, we use it to figure out, what is our purpose? What am I here on earth for? What should I be doing with my time, my energy, my talents? And this is super important that we discover our purpose, because eventually we have to do something. I believe that if we create what we're looking for, it becomes easier. So we definitely want to encourage that. We also believe in forgiveness and healthy relationships. And so with that, we have a partner who does a material called Heart Freedom. And basically what Heart Freedom is a process of leading us into self-discovery, into our past trauma, hurts, and challenges, and gives us a track to run on to be able to forgive and to release the pains and the challenges, to process them, and to exercise the most powerful most powerful freedom tool that you have, and that's forgiveness. Now, relationships are what makes life great. We have relationships with family, we have relationships with friends, with coworkers, with our bosses, our spouse. And what happens is relationships can get strained, relationships can have challenges. And so with the Heart Freedom process, you'll be able to work your way through these challenges. You'll have the ability to forgive and to truly allow yourself that freedom to be who you were meant to be. We also have a program that works with career and job services to help you with all that documentation, putting your resume together, your portfolio, your cover letters, your introductory letters, how to perform a job search, as well as recruiting services with these skilled trades. And so that's a huge part of this, is not only do you gain the skills and the ability to do the work, but then you have help to actually obtain employment. And then once you are employed, what are the strategies to keep yourself employed and then to grow within the company? And over time, build up your future, build up your marketable skills, increase your pay, take on additional responsibility, get additional pay, perhaps get promoted, and eventually, perhaps creating your own business or taking over one of these businesses that are retiring, and these skilled tradesmen who would like an exit, but they don't know how. So the Eagles Wing Academy accomplishes all these things within career development, but it is absolutely possible for a person at 18 to come in, get skills, get training, get a certification, get working, learn how money works, never go into debt, save money, have an emergency fund, build a relationship, possibly build a family, buy a home, have the track to run on to retire with multiple millions of dollars in a retirement account. And by 30, own your own home, have money in the bank, have great relationships, and to really have the kind of life that most dream about, to have youth, to have money, to have relationship, career, to have community, and to truly feel like you are living life in a way that is absolutely perfect on your terms. That's what I mean by success. So our impact is measurable and transformational. As a participant, we call them eaglets. And the metaphor is the Eagle's Wing Academy is like a eagle with its wings stretched out over the next generation, leading, guiding, helping, teaching, and growing the next generation. We have mentors, we have people that desire to help and desire to provide more, that are specialists in their field, that are here to help you, that are here to advise you and to mentor you, to give you that track to run on, to where you're in control, but you have the best direction and vehicle to help you get to where you're going. So with the eaglet, the journey begins with self-assessment in the 5 major areas, providing a baseline for growth. Let me talk a little bit about that. So the idea is we take a assessment in each of the 5 areas. Again, they are spiritual, physical, emotional, mental, and financial. And with these 5 different areas, they produce your overall lifestyle. Now, with these assessments, you're going to give yourself a score from 0 to 100 in each of these areas. And then you're going to add all 5 of the numbers together and divide by 5. And this is going to give you an overall life score. This overall life score is a current reality of where you are. And it's important to be honest with yourself and where you truly are. None of us are perfect. None of us have arrived yet. But the idea is if we are honest with ourselves and we are committed to the process, that overall life score can improve. So after 12 months in the program, eaglets grow and they mature and they become juvenile eagles on their way to being fully matured adult eagles. And they will have acquired new skills, certification in trades, and significant improvement in their overall life assessment scores. These tangible results reflect their journey towards maturity and holistic success. And then after that 12-month process, you're going to assess yourself again to see how you've improved. You're going to be able to look back in the last 12 months and you're going to see tangible results of how your life has gotten better in all the 5 major areas. And the goal is to continuously improve to a point where you have become who it is that you want to be. So the Academy operates on a sustainable funding model, combining membership fees, specialized certification classes, and expert-led sessions. We also seek support through grants from government and private foundations and partnerships with organizations that help out and accomplish these overall goals. We also seek sponsorship from businesses that not only hire our students, but also support our events so that we may put them together and have this organization together. So we invite you to join in our mission to develop the next generation of skilled tradespeople and mature, productive citizens. To become an eaglet, donating or volunteering as a mature eagle, you can help individuals mount up with wings as eagles, run and not be weary, walk and not faint. Together, we can build stronger communities and brighter futures. So let's talk about the mission statement of the Eagles Wing Academy. It is to provide transformational training and mentorship that empowers the next generation of adults to achieve holistic success in spirit, physical health, emotional resilience, mental growth, and financial stability, equipping them to lead purposeful and productive lives. The vision is to create a community where every individual realizes their full potential, thrives in all areas of life, and contributes to the growth and well-being of their communities as skilled, mature, and purpose-driven citizens. So, what are some of the core values for the Eagles Wing Academy? What are the the ethics and the morals and the things that we want to cultivate within our community? They are purpose-driven growth. We believe that every individual has a unique purpose and the potential to achieve holistic success through intentional development. Integrity and accountability. We uphold honesty, responsibility, and ethical practices in all aspects of our programs and relationships. Empowerment through education. We foster growth by equipping individuals with the knowledge, tools, and skills needed to succeed in life and work. We promote physical, mental, and spiritual growth through the belief that success is the result of practicing a few simple disciplines every day, and that failure is nothing more than a few errors in judgment repeated every day. Resilience and healing. We emphasize emotional and relational well-being, supporting participants to overcome challenges, heal from past traumas, and find freedom through forgiveness and reconciliation. Community and collaboration. We value partnerships and teamwork, working together to build strong, supportive networks for personal and professional growth. Excellence in action. We inspire participants to aim high, work hard, and achieve their goals with dedication and perseverance. Our overall organizational overview is that we are all about equipping adults with the tools, knowledge, and skills necessary to achieve holistic success, founded on the belief that true maturity transcends age. We focus on empowering individuals through comprehensive training and mentorship in the 5 major areas: physical, spiritual, emotional, mental, and financial stability and success. The programs that we currently offer and we are developing is the Financial Peace University. Again, is offering tools and guidance through the Ramsey Solutions Company, including Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University, financial coaching model, using the 7 baby steps, just like Dave teaches. The Heart Freedom course, facilitated by Tim Rowland. This course guides participants in overcoming emotional and relational trauma through forgiveness and reconciliation, producing hope, healing relationships, and promoting emotional well-being. Career development. We provide career guidance, recruitment opportunities, and skills training. A purpose-driven life program helping individuals discover their identity, purpose, and potential. Work ethic certification to instill the values and importance of the 4 pillars: work ethic, personal responsibility, delayed gratification, and positive attitude. Our approach, again, starts with an assessment in the 5 areas. Then the participant will figure out which area where they need the most help, and we help them in that area to increase those numbers and to help their overall life goal. Now, our program, you don't have to start in any one area. You can choose whichever program is going to work best for you. You can go down that track. And remember, it's a 12-month program. So by the end of the 12 months, you will have all the information necessary to be able to accomplish something great. I'd like to talk a little bit about why I wanted to start this organization and what we aim to accomplish within it. So one of the things that I had in my life. And in a separate podcast, I'm going to tell you my story in more detail. But essentially, I was always told growing up that if I just went to college, got good grades, graduated, got a degree, I could take that, I could go get a job, work for a company, have all my wildest dreams, retire, and everything was going to be awesome. So I did that. I went to college. I got a degree. Once I graduated, I realized that what I was going to school for wasn't available where I lived, and that I'd have to move to follow that, to follow that path. And unfortunately, I didn't want to move. And so it hurt me that I spent all this time gaining this thing to supposedly help my life get better. And it turned out that it didn't. All it did was produce a lot of student loan, and it didn't bring me any closer to my purpose or my fulfillment in my life. And so my goal is to provide a pathway and mentorship using my experience and all the challenges and setbacks and all the life experience that I have to help others to really be that thing that I wish I had but didn't. And so that's where the idea of the Eagle's Wing Academy came about. Now, a number of years ago, I had the pleasure of working with a dear friend in a Bible study, and we led a table together. And through that process, I kind of had the foundation for this Eagle's Wing Academy. And one of the things that I wanted to put together was a Eagle's Wing mastermind. And I created a Facebook group, and we did some, and it didn't really take off. And life kind of happened, and we kind of went about our own ways and making things happen. But through this process, I was able to reignite kind of that dream. And so the Eagle's Wing Mastermind is a Facebook group that we use in conjunction with the Eagle's Wing Academy to build community. And so I want to invite you to not only, connect with me, but also connect with others. And as we build this community together, we're stronger, and together we're better. And that's the beauty. Now, I do want to talk about the idea of building this community together. A lot of times we isolate ourselves. Our society has gone away from community. It's easy to lock ourselves up in the house and not really be social, and everything that we need is there, the internet and gaming and computers and TV and all the things that make us comfortable. But the challenge is we're not growing in our purpose, and we're not growing as humans. And one of the parts of the Eagle's Wing Academy is community. Eagles need to fly with other eagles. We need each other, and we need to help one another. So I want to encourage that. I want to encourage you to reach out, to come to events, to find ways to connect, and to share your portion, because your portion is valuable. You are valuable. You are special. And I want to just encourage that from a standpoint of community. Another thing that we will be focusing on is this idea of holistic health. It's becoming a whole person. It's figuring out where we have weaknesses, where we have challenges, and filling those, becoming better, getting more skills. And then the areas where we are effective or strong, developing those skills, developing those talents to truly be very, very successful. Now, I'm going to tell you, one of the greatest challenges in this life is figuring out what our purpose is. Why am I here? Why? And oftentimes we have these questions. And so the purpose-driven model is going to explain that for you. It's going to give you a direction to move on. And then you can craft your own destiny. You can figure out where it is that you want to go, and then you can move towards it. So this is really just a short 30-minute introduction into the Eagles Wing Academy. I want to thank you for taking the time to review this, to listen, and to engage with the website, to commit to meeting with me, having coffee. Let's sit down. Let's talk. Let's figure out how to get you to the next step. What does that look like? And remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So with that, I want to thank you. I want to say this is Jason Deuce Brandt for the Eagles Wing Academy. Have yourself an amazing day. Goodbye now.